Hello everyone. This is a quick video about ProTips. What we're going to do here is show how to do a multi-panel tooltip. So it will have different sections based on which ones you want to show, and it'll collapse. And the effect we're going for is similar to this kind of a tooltip here, in oxygen not included. Um, so yeah, that's what we're going for is when the mouse is hovered over in this area, it gives you details in each one of these sections based on what kind of data is affecting that area. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you what I've created, and this is a feature that'll be included in ProTips going forward. Just let you see it. Okay, so you can see it looks very similar. It has three sections, and one thing we can do is, let me select it and show you kind of what's behind it. We have these three sections here, these dynamic text fields, and we have a title and body text for each section. And then they're also dynamic, so you can turn them on or off either in the editor, or you can do this at runtime through code. So if a section didn't apply, let's say to whatever the person is hovering over your tooltip trigger in that area, you could turn that off through code. Just set the visibility of it to false and it won't show. You can also programmatically change the text, the title text, all of these dynamic fields. And for an example of how to do that, check out these over here. Um, all of these items, there's an equipment sheet that has values on it, and all of these values are pulled in from that equipment sheet. So if you look at these, you see the damage and the fire rate and stuff like that. But if you look over here, see none of this is filled out in the editor. This is all through code. So if you wanted to, for an example of how to set um, text fields, how to turn off dynamic sections and things like that, that's all over here in this in the character sheet area. It does all that. But anyway, I wanted to show you turning on and off the dynamic sections at runtime. So hold on just a second. Okay, got it selected now. Okay, so we start with three of them, and then if we just want to turn one of them off, and see it kind of collapses, can turn off all of them but the bottom one, and skip the middle one. And so in each one of the sections, size is as big as it needs to size for the content that's in it up to a maximum that you specify. So like I've specified a maximum text width of 300 here. It won't go bigger than that. It'll go taller than that if it needs to, based on the content. And then the last thing I just wanted to show you, over here, this is in the Tooltip Workshop. This is how I made the tooltip that does this. I just created a new tooltip, set it all up over here, so you'll be able to go in and look at this tooltip if you wanted to modify it. This is where you would modify the prefab. And so here's all of those, I just called them panels. So you've got each one of the panels separately. You've got the title with the variable here that gets populated at runtime from whatever you've put into the editor. And the body text 1, body text 2, I just called these pretty generic names. And I guess one thing to note here would be that, each one of these sections has the dynamic section script on it. So when you put that on there and then you put a name in here, that's how you can control it, turn it on or off, make it dynamic. So you could add as many of these as you wanted to. You could add 5 or 10 or 20, but you'd want to be aware of how much space it's going to take up if all of them were turned on. So I hope this helped. Thanks.